All right, guys. So this is the household budget worksheet. This link is in the first module in Canvas and your personal finance stuff. It's also in the module for next week. This week, you're doing today, May 29th, is actually the day you're supposed to be shopping for a vehicle with your personal finance stuff. Next Wednesday would be the day that you are doing this household budget worksheet. So this thing's pretty straightforward. As you can see, it says household budget worksheet. I know this says 2017. Up here at the top, but that's, all this stuff is still relevant. So as you go through budget period, your budget period, I typically do a month here because your bills are usually going to be month to month. So that's what I would typically say choose here. These paychecks, your take home, this being take home, this is what you did or should have gotten from your paycheck calculator when you did that, when it took out all the taxes and Social Security and Medicare and all that stuff. So this is going to be that number you got from that. You don't need both of these, and I know it says Jane's, so you can change this to whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be, put your name, put whatever you want there. Make it appropriate, because what you're going to do when you're done with this is just screenshot it and send it to me. So you'll put that in this box. You'll put your amount. And remember, you should have chosen probably twice monthly or bi-monthly is probably what it said. Bi-weekly just means every 2 weeks. Twice monthly means twice a month. So you put this, this is what you make twice a month, and it adds that up over here. Your loans, your debt, I'm not having you guys do a credit card. If we were in school, like regular school and not this e-learning stuff, we do a credit card. So you can take that out. You don't need this home equity loan. And although you might end up with them, you don't need the student loan for this. But you've got your mortgage, your rent, whatever, from when you were shopping for a house last week, or you should have already done that. And you've got your car loan, which you should be doing today. If you're watching or listening to this today, April 29th, that's your car loan. And again, that's going to be monthly. I've added links in there to calculate your monthly payment with property taxes and all that stuff. So that's in there. I gave instructions. If you look in that checklist document at the very beginning, it's in there. If not, it's broken down in today's instructions for the buying a vehicle or purchasing a vehicle. Utilities, I loaded the document in there for utilities for your monthly costs. So that's in there. Gas, oil, this is to the gas to heat your home. I put the average. Those are all average numbers on those utility bills. So your gas, electricity is power, telephone. Now, if you're going to do for telephone, if you're going to do a landline phone and a cell phone, you're going to need to add a row for that. Or if you want, you can just add them both up there. Water bill, sewer's usually included, but water bill, any other utilities you think you're going to have here, you may need to add those in. And it's going to keep adding this stuff up as you go. Insurance, we didn't do life insurance. I did put something in there about auto insurance. I don't think I did homeowners insurance, so you can probably take that one out. I did the average cost of health care, and I didn't do anything for long-term care, so you can take that out. Add or subtract whatever you need there. But you do need to at least have your auto insurance, and you at least need your health insurance. Normally you would have homeowners insurance, but chances are it's either going to be included in your mortgage in real life or something else like that. But just be aware of that when you get to this real world scenario that you're going to have that kind of stuff. Savings and investment. This is up to you. Call it what you will, emergency, college savings, retirement. It is a good idea to save money regularly. Look up, Google, how much should I save every paycheck or every month? See what you find. Different people think different things here. A lot of people pay their bills and they put away half of what is left over in a savings account. A lot of people contribute to this retirement straight out of their paychecks. If you're a teacher, that's what you're going to do, FYI. So a lot of people get this docked out of their paycheck. So this is kind of like, do what you want here or just close it all out. Groceries, you're going to make a grocery list next week. if you want to go ahead and jump ahead to add this in, then you can go to, not next week, because next week is this budget worksheet, but the following week, the final week that we do all this, I gave you instructions on how I want you to do a grocery list. Walmart.com is probably the easiest way to go about doing this. You can make yourself a list and get good totals. You can play around with name brands versus generic brands, Great Value versus Kellogg's, whatever. So you're probably going to buy groceries more than once a month. I would say at least twice a month. So just figure that in, maybe make yourself a grocery list and plan this to be weekly. Plan your grocery list to be weekly. That's probably a safe bet for most people, is you're going to hit the grocery store once a week. That kind of stuff. Childcare, I don't think many of you are going to be planning for childcare right out of the gate, so you can take that out. If you want to, just a little tip here for your groceries. You're going to have certain items that you may only buy, like you may go buy groceries once a week, but you may only buy certain items, personal hygiene items, things like that, once a month. So what you could do is do your grocery list here, minus those personal hygiene items, other items you may only buy once a month, and do that weekly. And then change this to like personal hygiene items and do that monthly. And you get a good idea there. Vacation, if you're putting any money away from vacation, some spending money here. I gave you an average cost of gas, I think on that utilities sheet, your car gas, the gas that you're going to put in your car to go somewhere. Probably not going to have any parking fees. You may end up having that depending on where you end up living, but don't worry about it for this. If you go donate money to charity, this kind of stuff here, commuting, charitable contributions, out-of-pocket medical expenses, you're probably not going to have to worry about that right out of the gate. So, if you want, you can go ahead and take those out. So this figures it up at the end, gives you a good idea of, hey, this is what happens when you have adulting happen, when you have life happen. You see your money kind of disappearing. Now, keep in mind what I've seen in the past is this isn't always realistic. I've had students say, oh, I've got so much money left over. What's the big deal? These are all estimates. So when life actually starts happening to you, you may see something different. You may end up with more money. You may end up with less money. Just be aware of that. But this is just literally practice for what life is going to be at least kind of like. So look over this. If you need to watch this video more than once, bless you for having to listen to my voice more than once if you do this. But I hope this helps. I'll be putting out another video to kind of introduce this, go over this, without looking at it. But I'll have this video linked in Canvas, and I'll send you a link through Remind about this. If you got any questions, as always, let me know.